Welcome to the Stoic Golden Tribe, where enduring wisdom meets the strength of presence, and where we uncover the truths modern society refuses to teach men. Today we're going to dive deep into Here's How Women Fall in Love, a topic often surrounded by myths, half-truths, and manipulative games that leave men confused, frustrated, or bitter. We won't be playing games here. Instead, we're going to understand the real psychology behind how women form genuine, lasting emotional bonds. We'll go beyond shallow pickup tactics to talk about the core of attraction: trust, emotional safety, shared purpose, and masculine presence. This isn't just for romance, it's about knowing yourself. Because before you can truly lead, protect, or inspire someone else, you must know who you are and what you stand for. Women don't simply fall in love with looks or words, they fall in love with how you make them feel about themselves and about life when they're with you. Throughout this video, we'll explore ancient wisdom, modern psychology, and real-life examples to give you a deep, practical understanding you can actually use. You'll see why some men create devotion and loyalty, while others see interest fade away. So if you're ready to learn the timeless art of building real connection, not through tricks, but through character, stay with us. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video if you find value in it, share it with a brother who needs it, subscribe for more powerful lessons from the Stoic Golden Tribe, and leave a comment below so we can grow wiser together. Chapter 1. The Emotional Safety Women Crave. Throughout history, wise men have understood a fundamental truth about women. They do not fall in love with men who simply make them laugh or feel excited for a moment. They fall in love with men who make them feel profoundly safe to be themselves. Emotional safety is not a buzzword. It is the foundation of attraction that lasts. Love is composed of a single soul inhabiting two bodies. Aristotle. What did the ancients mean by that? That true love is not about impressing someone. It's about knowing them deeply and letting them know you. It's about creating a space where masks can fall away. The psychology of emotional safety. Psychologists tell us that a woman's decision to truly open her heart is rarely logical, it is emotional. She wants to know, can I trust him with my vulnerabilities? Will he judge me when I'm imperfect? Is he grounded enough to handle my emotions without losing his center? Many men think they have to solve every problem their partner has, but here's the truth: she doesn't need a problem solver first. She needs a calm, steady presence. When a woman senses you are unshakable, she feels secure enough to let her guard down. This is the first stage of falling in love, the space you create with your presence. Think about the Roman Stoics. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." He taught that calmness is strength. Apply this to relationships. When she sees that your emotions are not easily thrown off course, she begins to trust you deeply. Imagine two men courting the same woman. The first man reacts with anger when she's late or emotional. He thinks love is about controlling her behavior. The second man listens patiently, doesn't get rattled, and speaks with measured, calm words. Which one will she fall in love with? It's not weakness to be calm, it's mastery. Emotional safety isn't about being a pushover. It's about being so centered you can hold space for her storms without creating one of your own. Women don't want a man who runs from emotion or reacts wildly. They want one who can contain it in himself and with her. Ask yourself, do I listen to understand or to reply? When she's upset, do I immediately try to fix it or first make her feel heard? Can I stay calm even when my ego is triggered? This is work you do in yourself first. As you master it, you naturally make women feel safer around you, and that is the soil where love grows. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Confucius. A man who has conquered his own reactivity becomes magnetic. Let's look at a piece of ancient wisdom from the Tao Te Ching. The soft overcomes the hard, the gentle overcomes the rigid. Many men think they need to be hard all the time to impress women. They confuse hardness with strength. But a man who is too rigid breaks under pressure. The truly strong man is gentle yet firm. He knows when to be immovable like a mountain and when to be yielding like water. When a woman senses this balance in you, she feels safe to share herself honestly, confident you won't abandon her at the first sign of conflict, inspired to open her heart more fully. This is how women fall in love, not with your money, your muscles, or your words alone, but with the feeling of safety you provide. Let's make it even clearer with practical steps you can start today. 1. Practice. Calm breathing when you feel triggered. Slow your exhale. Your nervous system calms hers. 2. Listen twice before you speak once. Make sure you understand her before responding. 3. Hold your boundaries firmly but calmly. Don't become a doormat. True safety includes knowing you'll protect your values. 4. Stay present. When you're with her, be there. Don't check your phone or drift off. Presence is power. Understand this. Women fall in love with how you make them feel about themselves when they're around you. If you make them feel safe, valued, and understood, you'll unlock a level of love most men never experience. If you make them feel judged, ignored, or unsafe, their interest will die, no matter how good-looking or wealthy you are. To love is to recognize yourself in another. Eckhart Tolle. True love is born when two people can be real with each other. Your job as a man is to lead by being real first. Drop a comment below and tell us, what quality do you think truly makes a woman feel safe to fall in love? Let's grow wiser together in the Stoic Golden Tribe. Chapter 2. The Magnetic Power of Purpose and Direction. If emotional safety is the soil in which love grows, purpose is the sunlight that draws it upward. Many men underestimate just how much women are drawn to a man who knows where he is going in life. It's not about being rich or famous, it's about having a direction, a mission that shapes who you are. When a man does not know what harbor he is making for, no wind is the right wind. Seneca. Ancient Stoics taught that purpose is what gives a man strength and clarity. A man without purpose is lost, and a woman can sense that loss immediately. She doesn't want to lead you to your purpose. She wants to join you on your journey, but only if you have one. Why purpose? Attract. Here's why this matters so deeply. A man with purpose radiates certainty. He doesn't get blown around by every mood or temptation. He makes decisions without constant doubt. Women are wired to look for this. It's not about control, it's about trust. She wants to know, if I share my life with this man, will he lead us somewhere meaningful? Can I trust his decisions when times are hard? This is deeply emotional for her, even if she can't articulate it in words. When you have a clear purpose, your energy changes. Your body language, your eyes, your voice, all gain a quiet certainty. That certainty is magnetic. Act with a clear purpose, and you will achieve your destiny. Epictetus. Consider two men. One drifts from job to job, blaming others for his failures, never committing to anything. The other knows he's meant to be a craftsman. He's not rich yet, but he works every day at his trade. He takes pride in it. He talks about it with passion. Which man will a woman trust with her heart? It's not about the money, it's about the direction. Purpose is the frame that holds your life together. Women want to see that you have that frame. Here's something modern society rarely tells men. Your purpose is not negotiable. It's not something you can sacrifice for her. In fact, it's the very thing she needs you to protect. A man who abandons his mission to please a woman will soon lose her respect, because she knows, even if unconsciously, that he cannot even lead himself. A man's worth is no greater than the worth of his ambitions. Marcus Aurelius. This is not about being selfish. It's about being reliable. If you say, "This is who I am. This is what I'm building. This is the standard I hold," she can choose to join you or not, but she knows you won't lie about it or change just to win approval. That's the core of masculine integrity. Ask yourself, what do I want my life to stand for? Am I working towards something every day? Would I respect me if I were in her shoes? You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to be honest about your path and willing to walk it. Even when you fail, which you will, own it. Learn. Get back up. Women respect that far more than false bravado. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. Japanese proverb. The man who keeps getting up is the man who earns lasting love. Let's take wisdom from the Bhagavad Gita. It is better to live your own destiny imperfectly than to live an imitation of somebody else's life with perfection. Women see through imitation. They know when you're faking passion or values to impress them. Don't become a man who parrots ideas without conviction. Instead, build the courage to say, check mark, this is what I believe. This is what I value. This is the legacy I want to leave. Your purpose doesn't need to be grand or world-changing. It just needs to be yours. A man who lives authentically is rare and therefore deeply attractive. Let's ground this in practical steps you can use. 1. Write down what you want from life in 5 years. Be brutally honest. 2. Ask yourself what you're doing each day to move in that direction. 3. Talk about your goals with clarity when you're with her. Don't oversell, just share genuinely. 4. Set daily or weekly rituals to remind you of your mission. You don't need to lecture her about your purpose. Just live it. Your actions will speak for you. Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. Epictetus. Women don't want empty words. They want to see your purpose in how you live. Purpose gives you a magnetic pull. It tells the world, and her, who you are. Without it, you're adrift. With it, you become a man she can believe in, rely on, and follow. She doesn't fall in love with the man who bends to every whim or chases her aimlessly. She falls in love with the man who knows where he's going and invites her to join him on the journey. Where there is no vision, the people perish. Proverbs 29:18. If you want to be loved deeply, you must know yourself deeply. Lead yourself before you try to lead anyone else. Drop a comment below and tell us what purpose or mission drives you right now. Let's inspire each other in the Stoic Golden Tribe. Chapter 3. The Dance of Masculine Polarity. We've talked about emotional safety and purpose, 2 essential pillars of love. Now let's discuss something equally important but often misunderstood, masculine polarity. If purpose is the direction, polarity is the electricity. It's what creates attraction. Without polarity, relationships grow stale, friendly, or even adversarial. Opposites are not opposition, they are complement. Lao Tzu. Attraction depends on differences. Masculine energy and feminine energy are not in conflict. They complete each other. But in today's world, men are often told to abandon their masculine essence to be more acceptable, more nice, more harmless. Here's the hard truth. Women don't fall in love with a man who has no edge, no backbone, no presence. They fall in love with the man who holds his masculine energy with quiet strength. Polarity is the dynamic tension between masculine and feminine energies. The masculine is direction, presence, clarity. The feminine is flow, emotion, expression. She wants to feel your presence so she can relax into her expression. When you collapse into indecision or passivity, you force her to become the man in the dynamic. She doesn't want that. She wants to trust you to lead. This doesn't mean controlling her. It means creating a safe container where she can be fully herself. The masculine grows by challenge, but the feminine grows by praise. David Dada. Understanding this can change your relationships forever. Imagine you're on a date and she says, "I don't know what I want to eat. You choose." Many men reply, "I don't know either. What do you want?" That feels like indecision. It feels like a burden she has to carry. Contrast that with checkmark. "I know a great little Italian place. Let's go there." It's decisive, it's directional, it lets her relax. These little moments show your leadership. They build trust. He who cannot obey himself will be commanded. Nietzsche. Command yourself first. Make choices. Have a vision. That's polarity. Masculine polarity isn't about aggression. It's about clear boundaries. Know what you will and won't accept. Communicate it calmly and firmly. If she tests you, and she will, it's not to destroy you. It's to see if you can hold your ground. Many men resent these tests. Don't. They're opportunities to show your strength. For example, she might challenge your plan, checkmark. "Why do we have to go there?" An ungrounded man will argue or cave immediately. A grounded man will say calmly, "Because I think you'll love it. Trust me." She wants to know you can handle her pushback without crumbling. A wise man is one who is not moved by praise or blame. Buddha. This is emotional mastery in action. The Bhagavad Gita says, "Perform your duty with a steady mind." Steadiness is attractive. It means you're not easily swayed by mood or emotion. In ancient warrior cultures, men were trained to remain calm under pressure, not to suppress emotion, but to channel it, not to avoid conflict, but to face it with clarity. Women instinctively look for that in a partner. They want to know you can handle life's chaos without losing your way. That is the root of masculine polarity, the unshakable center. Here are some practical ways to build your polarity. 1. Decide quickly. Practice making small decisions without overthinking. 2. Speak clearly. Drop weak words like maybe or I guess. Replace with I think, I want, we will. 3. Stand your ground calmly. If you disagree, say so. Don't become angry or passive-aggressive. Just be firm. 4. Embrace her emotion. Don't try to shut her down when she's emotional. Hold space for it. Let her know you're not afraid of her feelings. Silence is sometimes the strongest cry. Anonymous. Sometimes it's not what you say, but the quiet certainty behind your eyes that says, "I can handle this." Don't mistake polarity for being stone cold. Polarity also needs playfulness. Women fall in love with men who can lead, but also laugh. Be serious, but also tease. Be strong, but also gentle. Think of ancient lovers and poets who could both fight and sing. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. Ecclesiastes 3:1. Master the art of knowing when to be firm and when to be soft. Imagine you're with her and she's emotional. She's venting. An untrained man might interrupt or shut her down. A wiser man will listen, keep steady eye contact, nod, say, "Checkmark, I hear you. That makes sense. Tell me more." Then when she's calmer, you might smile and say, "You're fiery tonight. I love it." That's polarity. That's presence. That's emotional mastery. Polarity isn't a trick. It's about becoming the kind of man who is both solid and alive. Women don't fall in love with the man who is safe like a brother. They fall in love with the man who is safe and magnetic, who offers both comfort and a spark. Be strong enough to stand alone, smart enough to know when you need help, and brave enough to ask for it. Anonymous. If you want her love, become the man who can lead her not through force, but through presence, calm certainty, and genuine care. She will follow the man who gives her permission to be fully herself while he remains fully himself. Drop a comment below and share. How do you show your masculine strength in your daily life? Let's learn from each other in the Stoic Golden Tribe. Chapter 4. Consistency and Integrity, the Foundations of Lasting Love. We've explored emotional safety, purpose, and masculine polarity. But there is one final truth you must understand if you want a woman to truly fall in love with you and stay in love: consistency and integrity. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius. In a world full of empty words, false promises, and short-term games, the man who is consistent stands out like a lighthouse in a storm. Women want to trust you. They want to believe what you say, but they will only do that if you show up the same way every time. Why consistency matters? Emotional safety, purpose, and polarity are all built on consistency. It's not enough to be present one day and absent the next. It's not enough to talk about big dreams but never act on them. It's not enough to be strong in good times and fall apart in bad ones. Women want to know who you really are, especially under pressure. Character is what you are in the dark. Dwight L. Moody. If you say you'll call, call. If you say you'll be there, be there. If you make a promise, keep it. It sounds simple, but so few men do it. Integrity means your words and actions match. It means you don't lie, even when it's easier. You don't manipulate, even when you could get away with it. You don't pretend to be someone you're not, even if it would impress her. Better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. Herman Melville. Women have strong intuition. They can sense when you're performing. They don't want a perfect man, they want a real man, one who admits mistakes, one who owns his flaws, one who keeps striving to be better. When you live with integrity, you become someone she can respect. And respect is the seed of deep, enduring love. Imagine two men. The first tells her he loves her but constantly cancels plans, lies about small things, or flakes when she needs him. The second might not say, "I love you" as often, but when he does, he means it. He shows up. He's there when it matters. Which one will she trust with her heart? You can easily judge the character of a man by how he treats those who can do nothing for him. Goethe. Consistency builds trust. Trust builds love. Let's turn to Confucius. The superior man is modest in his speech but exceeds in his actions. Talk less, do more. Many men try to win women over with grand declarations, promises of the world, or carefully crafted lines. But the men who truly win hearts are the ones who show up consistently and act with integrity. Don't promise what you can't deliver. Don't say, "I'll change," without changing. Don't claim to value her and then treat her as disposable. It's not complicated, but it is rare. How do you build consistency and integrity? 1. Know your values. Write down what you stand for. 2. Check your words. Don't make promises you can't keep. 3. Own your mistakes. Apologize sincerely when you mess up. 4. Be reliable. Become the man people count on. Women watch for these things, not just in how you treat them, but in how you treat everyone. Do you keep your word with friends? Do you show up for family? Do you honor commitments even when it's hard? How you do anything is how you do everything. Zen proverb. Show her you are that man, not by telling her, but by being him. Here's the deeper truth. When you're consistent and live with integrity, you become predictable in the best way. She knows she can lean on you. She knows you mean what you say. She knows you won't vanish when life gets tough. This predictability is not boring. It's profoundly comforting. It gives her the freedom to open her heart fully, because real love is vulnerable. It requires trust, and trust is built on your consistent actions over time. Trust is built with consistency. Lincoln Chafee. Think of a man who says, "I want a future with you." But every weekend he disappears. He doesn't call back. He flirts with others. Now think of a man who says, "I don't make promises lightly. If I say it, I mean it." And every time she needs him, he's there. He sets boundaries with other women. He shows his loyalty in small daily choices. Who will she love more deeply? Women are not asking for perfection. They are asking for truth. In the Analects, Confucius says, "The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones." Consistency isn't about grand gestures. It's the small stones you move every day, checking in, listening fully, honoring your word. These small acts build something unbreakable. Let's be honest, any man can impress a woman for a night, but few can win her heart for a lifetime. If you want her to truly fall in love with you, make her feel safe, show her your purpose, lead with polarity, and above all, live with consistency and integrity. Because love doesn't grow in chaos and lies. It grows in the quiet, steady presence of a man who knows who he is and honors what he says. The best way to love is to be the person you want to be loved by. Anonymous, become that man, not for her, but for yourself. And watch how love finds you. Drop a comment below and tell us, what does integrity mean to you in a relationship? Let's build a stronger brotherhood here in the Stoic Golden Tribe.